Alright, welcome back. So not a whole lot's been going on. As you can see, my well here is finally finished. Apparently you can make a well a meeting hall. I never knew that. That's an interesting news. It's been up for the last couple of videos, but I haven't really talked about it. I do have a temporary barrack set up right here for both of my guys to, train and keep their squad material when they're not using it, or squad equipment, I should say. I have, let's see, what else have I done? Not a whole lot, just a few things. Put some more stuff into my jail cell. Still haven't made any more rope to fill those up. Started placing coffins in my cemetery, so I actually need to set these up for burial, but I haven't done that yet. Finished carving out my future mayor's quarters. Baron is almost done, but what's going on right now is we just got a human caravan, which is the last caravan before we get more dwarves. But what was kind of weird is that it paused the game, told me the human caravan was here, and then immediately told me that their wagons have bypassed my inaccessible site, which is weird. Normally it at least gives me an opportunity to open the gate before they decide to bugger off. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get this gate open and get them here before they decide to leave. Hopefully they won't just take off right away. Okay, so they're still just sitting there. And looks like they might be moving towards us. Gate's open. What I want to do is, because you never know when the goblins are going to... What are you doing? On break, just chilling up here apparently. Alright, so since you never really know when the goblins, since the goblins have already sent one ambush, since you never really know when they're going to be coming, we are going to go ahead and put our military onto active alert. We're going to go ahead and set our marks dwarves up here, and we're going to go ahead and let our melee squad just chill right here. Although I'm pretty sure they were training, but you can't really be too careful. Just go ahead and, like I said, put them on alert and just let them hang out. So now we just gotta wait for the humans to get here. And what I'll probably do the same thing I did the last time the elves showed up. I'll just go ahead and pause it, and then once if nothing eventful happens, then when I come back I'll be right in the trade screen letting you know what we're trading for. But if the goblins show up, then I'll definitely make sure you guys see that and go down. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so apparently that was just a false message, because once I got the gate open, as you can see, the human caravan is now in my trade depot. But autumn has come, so I haven't really had an opportunity to trade anything yet, because my broker is the laziest person ever. Oh wow, okay. So this is frustrating. So before, my broker was just was like, I'm gonna make a bag. I'm like, no, don't make a bag. And there's like, I'm gonna make charcoal. I was like, no, don't make charcoal. So I've turned off all of his other things. And then after he made charcoal, she was like, man, I want to go take a break. I was like, oh, you pain in the... Okay, so then she went to go chill in her room and take a break. And then after a little bit, so I was down there watching her room for a while, and I was like, okay, you've been on a break for like 2-3 minutes, which in this game is like a day. So you've been on a break for like a day, you lazy, and now here she is back in her room again. So she left her room, was like, I'm gonna go eat. I was like, oh gosh, I was like, okay, fine, go eat, and then get up to the trade depot. And now apparently eating tired her out again. This is the laziest person ever. So check this out. So we go to view creature, which is V, and apparently this particular it is a he. Sorry, this particular dwarf is quick to tire. So apparently, eating a sandwich makes this guy tired. How horrible would that be? Be like, oh, I'm so tired and hungry. I'm gonna eat a sandwich. Oh, that sandwich was good. Oh, but now I'm tired again. I mean, seriously, what kind of BS is that? So anyway, hopefully he'll stop screwing around here in a little bit and actually get up there to do his damn job. But I don't know how long that's gonna be, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video until that happens. So I just wanted to share the season change and my frustration with you guys. So don't pick a tour. It's totally fine. I don't care if he's lazy at all, except for when the caravan is here. This is his only job. Pain. Anyway. Alright, so it took a while. actually, my original broker took forever and just stayed on break and continued to go back and forth between the meeting hall and his bedroom. Just back and forth, back and forth. So I said, you know what? You're doing a horrible job. You are fired. So I have a new broker, and he very quickly got up here. He knew it was at stake, his job. So anyway, just a kind of quick recap. The humans brought a bunch of wood. As you can see, I'm taking all of this. It's like easily 2 pages and some change of just wood. I also went ahead and picked up some rope, just because I didn't feel like making my own. I mean, I'm gonna make some change eventually, but I mean, it doesn't really hurt to have some extra rope. I just went ahead and grabbed 2 of the cheaper ones. I got some water skins, picked up some more animals to eat, a couple of empty barrels just because. They didn't really have a whole lot of alcohol, just some whip wine and some sewer brew, I think, was all they had. So I went ahead and picked that up. I got an extra bucket just because. Picked up another pick just because. I picked up some more sand, and I grabbed a bunch of cloth, mostly wool. I think they only had 2 things of wool. They had rope reed, which, like I said before, is expensive, and I don't ever really trade for it because I can make my own pig fiber cloth. Because rope reed is just cloth that's made out of plants, and I do that with pig fiber. So I don't ever really care for it. I try to pick up a lot of wool and leather because that's hard to make yourself without actually having a bunch of animals to breed. And really, the less animals you have breeding, the easier it is on your processor. To be realistic. So as you can see, there's another leather bin, rope breed, more leather, lots of leather. I got like, I don't even know how many, but at least 5 bins of leather. See, there's another one, and another one, and another one. I think there's another one, and another one. Some more wool, and so 2 more things of wool, another bin of leather. So yeah, and then after that I just picked up a whole bunch of food. I never really pick up any armor from the humans because it always ends up being large armor, which is only suitable for obviously larger creatures, and dwarves are not classified. I don't think, or dwarves cannot wear large armor. I just picked up just indiscriminately grabbed all of their food, all of their fish, all of this prepared animal meat. A bunch more wild strawberries, pickleberries, muck roots. I don't even know if you can eat these, but I'm just grabbing them anyway. Let's see, what else did I grab? I grabbed a couple of backpacks and some 1 backpack and 1 quiver because that's all I had. What is this? Large wool, yeah. And then a bunch of cheese. So yeah, so that's all the stuff I'm buying from them. We are trading a mill barrel, a bin of finished goods, and then some indiscriminate goods here just to kind of level out their profit, because what I want to do, see if they'll take this. Okay, they took it. So what I want to do at this point is just offer them a bin. So we're going to mark this for trade, and I think we only want to give them the 1. Yeah, we only want to give them the 1. So that's quite a bit, because really we want the humans on our good side, because even though the elves the only thing the elves are really good for is supplementing your wood intake and occasionally some food. That's really all they're good for. The humans are much better at bringing more junk, really, for you to take. But yeah, so we're just actually going to offer this to them as tribute, and that should be it, really, for this one. And like I said before, see, here is, as you can see, my broker is now Nod Strulajid. Strul? Yeah, Strulajid. And my old broker can go chill in his room forever for all I care now. The guy was an awful broker. So we're going to go ahead and take back the stuff we didn't trade. And then that should be it. For now, anyway. So I'll just let my guys move that stuff. Oh, something else I started doing. I had to cancel out of it because my new broker is also a cook. But something else I started doing is, obviously this guy's rendering fat from all the animals I've been killing. We don't have a soap maker yet, so I can't really do anything with it. Plus, we really need all of our wood right now for charcoal, so I'm not going to make a whole lot of soap, only a little bit. But one thing I like to do is, as you can see, we have a ton of meat and plants, and not a whole lot of fish, but quite a bit. I actually like to use the kitchen once we start getting up in dwarves. then I will set it up to where, like, I'll set up 3 easy meals on repeat, 2 fine meals on repeat, and then a lavish meal on repeat. So whoever is the cook will just come up here and make, you know, 3 easy meals, 2 fine, and 1 lavish on repeat like that. And the reason why I set it up like that is because easy meals only take, I think, 2 items, fine takes, I think, 3, and lavish takes 5, I think. So lavish uses the most ingredients, but you can also use the most filler in lavish. So I actually might increase that quite a bit. And the reason why, some stuff you can use for filler is quarry bush leaves. Let me see if I have it. I know I have quite a bit, but I don't really remember where. Okay, remember the very beginning of my LP when I said that you end up overflowing with plump helmets? This is what I was talking about. We have 110 plump helmets. And, I mean, that is way too many plump helmets, man. That's... dwarves are gonna get sick of that. So... And we have all this other stuff here that, you know, we just picked up. But what I'm looking for, here we go, leaves. We have 55 quarry bush leaves. Now these can only be used for food. So when you use the kitchen to make stuff, your cook will, you know, use quarry bush leaves as filler to make, you know, your fine and your lavish meals. So you end up using those. Or I mean, you can also sell quarry bush leaves, but you know, whatever. I find that you get enough money just from crafts and from wheat flour and sugar to, you know, to really make up, and dimple dye obviously, to really just kind of make up the profit margins, and then plus whatever extra armor that you end up not using. And you know, why are all these forbidden? That's weird. These must all be owned, so I'm not gonna question it, whatever. But so yeah, that should be it for now, I think. I don't think I've been doing anything else except for, I've been building statues and stuff like that, so this is all things that need to be placed. I need more pots. They just have food sitting out, that's not good. Something else in the very beginning, like as you can see, I only have a few barrels. I know I said in the very beginning of the LP that I like to substitute anything that can be made out of stone instead of wood I like to use, but I never really specified. If you don't know, you can go to a craft store's workshop and make rock pots. And pots work exactly the same way as barrels, but on this texture pack they look different. These things right here are the rock pots. They look exactly, they have the exact same skin as a traction bench, which can be a little confusing if you don't know what to look for. But like, see, it is a large marble pot. But then if you go here, you can see my traction bench has the exact same sprite, but it is in fact a traction bench. But yeah, so that should be it for now. Once I get anything else built or something else interesting happens or the season changes, I will come back and let you know what is going on. Yeah, I think that's it. So I will be back in a bit. Okay, one more quick thing that I want to illustrate right before, like, I just stopped recording, literally just stopped recording, and unpaused the game, and as you can see, the merchants are getting ready to leave. That is how long it took my broker, my first broker, to irritate me and have me fire him and get a new one. Look at that, that is garbage. How, so frustrating. So, lesson learned, don't ever, when you have an important job you need a dwarf to do, make sure they don't tire easily, because you get situations like this, and they're avoidable. They're avoidable. So just, you know, make sure you do a background check on your dwarf before you hire him for something important. Anyway, that's all I wanted to point out. Alright, so the merchants are leaving, and same basic drill as when they showed up. I'm going to open the gate. I'm going to put my Mark's dwarves on top and my squad dwarves right here behind the door. That was weird. Did I just see them attack somebody? Maybe. I don't know. That was bizarre. So I'm going to leave this door open while the humans get ready to go. And hopefully there would be no incidents. Yeah. Sometimes, man, it just feels like words are too big for my mouth. They do not want to come out right. So, what I'll probably do, the humans did bring me quite a bit of wood, as you can see, but it's not as much as I would like. So I'm probably going to try to take advantage of this opening with the door, and I'll probably send out a couple of woodcutters to try to clear some space up here. Although probably what will be safer in the long run will be to clear out a whole section, flood it so it's muddy, and then break into the caverns so that it'll start growing mushrooms. Because I mean, really, for big projects, you can't really rely on, you know, the humans and the elves to bring you more lumber, and you can't, you know, there reaches a certain point when it's just not safe to go outside anymore for fear of goblin ambushes. But we're gonna go ahead and take advantage of this opportunity right here, and we're going to cut this little area. We're just gonna go out in small waves. We don't really want to do a whole lot of work. Because really, I'm short 20 beds plus 20 beds for my living quarters, plus 8 more for my jail, and then all the rest of that wood is going to go towards making charcoal. So we really want to get this. We really want to try to either get to lava here in the next year or so, or at least get that mushroom farm going to where we can start cutting those down. So I don't know what my lumberjacks are doing. None of these things are actually designated to be chopped down yet. I have one woodcutter, but I have another one who has the woodcutting skill turned on. He's not a woodcutter, he's something else. I don't remember what he is. Oh, apparently it is my bookkeeper is my other woodcutter. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna station our melee dwarves right out here in the open. It's not necessarily smart because they're not fully equipped, but I would much rather lose guys in the military, because that's what they're here for. They are here to die to protect our citizens. So we're just gonna have them chill out there while these guys are cutting down trees. I might even cut down more than just this little bit. I might get a little decide to live a little dangerously, like I said I was gonna. But so I'm gonna go ahead and let this run just so you guys know what I'm doing, and then I will come back either once it's finished or if goblins do decide to try to surprise me. Ooh, one more quick thing I wanted to talk about. In a previous video, I said I wanted to try to upgrade my food storage, and then I never elaborated. And as you can see, I have these little holes cut out. My original plan was I was going to put these like these 3 buildings: the kitchen, the brewery, and the farmer's workshop down there, as well as the fishery, just so they were closer to the food pile. But then I realized that would put them way too close to it would put them within 4 squares of my living quarters, which would be counterproductive, because then these guys would start getting upset over all the noise, and we can't have that. So I nixed that project. So I'm probably gonna just end up cutting those areas out and then just expanding them a little bit, or I might even just leave them like that because it does look okay. But so that's what those little holes were there for. But it like I said, it didn't pan out because I wasn't thinking when I made them. But yeah. Other than that, like I said, I will come back if the goblins attack, or once something else develops. But other than that,